Hey everyone, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me. It is officially day 4 of the 13 days of Craftoween from Spellbinders, and I'm so excited to see what's inside. Isn't the packaging on this one really pretty? I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with this packaging once I'm done with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep the dies inside or put them in something separate, and then I get to do something fun with these covers. I don't know. And then the backs are all different stripes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you're going to be doing something with the packaging. So let's take a look and see what's inside day 4. Let's see what's inside. I have to say, if any of these dies are in today or future little parcels, then I will be very happy because I love these. I love this imagery. Okay. So exciting. Oh, this is hilarious. Look at this cute little ghost. And the ghost has pizza, which is my favorite food. And then I want a pizza you. That was kind of a hint. You know, when we first opened the box, you know, that stamp set having that sentiment, I knew that there was going to be pizza somewhere, but this is so cute. And you don't have to use the pizza if you don't want to, but oh my gosh. That is so adorable. There's even a kitty. We've got a jack-o'-lantern. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right, let's get to making. I went ahead and die cut all of the pieces I wanted to use. And as you can see, I did not die cut everything. I just didn't think that I needed it. Since we're working on tags, there's not a ton of room, although I could have probably fit everything on here, but I wanted to make sure that I had a cool background. So I die cut that adorable little ghost out of white, and the underlayer is out of more of an ivory color. I didn't do any ink blending on it. I didn't really think it was necessary. We're going to be doing some things with the background with ink blending, and I really wanted him to be that bright white because everything else was going to be a bit darker. So I've got my kitty, and I cut a piece of white cardstock that I colored with YG07 Copic to give it some green eyes. I love a kitty with green eyes. And then I've got my pizza here. That bottom layer is the crust. Then you cut the sauce. And then on top of that, you add the cheese. And the cheese is a little bit darker than the underlayer of the ghost. It's more of a cream color. Could have gone with white, but I wanted it to look baked, and I wanted the ghost to stand out the most for this piece. So that is everything. I mean, I just love that pizza. It's just so cute. I'm going to use the pizza on all the things. And the ghost doesn't have to hold the pizza. The ghost is just adorable on its own. Okay, so let's get to making the tag. So I have the TriDots stencil from A Colorful Life Designs. If you decide to shop from A Colorful Life Designs, don't forget to use my code ALFAN10 and you'll save 10% on your purchase. I am using one of my larger magnets to hold the stencil in place. I usually use my gel plate to do that, but I didn't really feel like it was necessary. This was going to be pretty quick. I grabbed Fired Brick Distress ink, and I'm just doing a swath down the center. Originally I was going to do the whole thing, and I didn't want it to be too much red, so I decided to not do the whole thing. I liked that angled piece in the middle there. So I grabbed Desert Sand Memento, and I figured I would do the rest of the piece with that. I really liked it. I thought it came out really good. It's kind of crusty and pizza looking. I'm in such a mood for pizza. It's my favorite food, so you know, might have to have that for lunch. Anyway, I went back in with Desert Sand and went around the edges just to give it more of a toasty look. I could have gone a little bit darker, like grabbing Gathered Twigs, but I thought that shade of brown wasn't quite right. I thought about using Vintage Photo, but I didn't want it to be too dark. Desert Sand was just fine. So now I'm just figuring out how I'm going to place everything, and I really wanted that kitty stretching up to try to grab that pizza. My cats never wanted pizza, but my dogs definitely do. They love pizza. But that cat is so cute. I felt like I needed something else, so I grabbed Rich Cocoa Fireworks Spray, and I just splattered the background a generous amount just to give it a little bit more interest. You're going to see in a second when I hold it up to the camera that it's super shimmery. See that? Oh, so nice. And it dries really quickly too. You can use a heat tool if you need to speed up the process, but I didn't need to do that. So now I've got my sentiment, which of course is I want a pizza you. And I just have some scrap cream colored cardstock that I had in my stash, and I'm going to just fussy cut that out. I thought about making it like just a rectangle, but I thought that fussy cutting it in kind of a wobbly shape would be a little bit more playful and go along with this ghost and his kitty nicely. So you could see that I'm holding the scissors in my right hand because I'm right-handed, and I'm actually moving the paper and not really the scissors. And that's a really great way to do some fussy cutting. And you could see it was a very quick process. Needed to age that cardstock a little bit, so I grabbed my Waffle Flower Shader 1 Plus brush and I grabbed Desert Sand again. I really need to get a re-inker for that because I've been using it so much. And I'm just toastying up the edge of that sentiment just to make it look a little bit darker and make it more cohesive with everything else. So now we're going to assemble our little ghosty and his friend. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I really like that stencil with this. It's just perfect for a pizza themed tag or project in general. It just works really well. Look how cute this is. I'm using my Barely Arts glue to attach everything. I thought about using some foam tape, but it really wasn't necessary here. Look at how cute. And the ghost stands out so nicely against all of those creams and ivories so nicely. And there's that kitty. Adorbs. Totally adorbs. I love how fast these are to make. So I grabbed the same red twine that I used for day 1 with the vampire, and I just attached that. Make sure you go back and watch the other days if you haven't caught them all, because they're all so fun. I'm having a great time making these tags. So that's it for me today. Be sure to come back tomorrow for day 5. That's going to be a fun one too. I promise you that. I will see you then. Be well. Stay safe. Peace out.